Hi guys, welcome back. Today is my great pleasure to introduce my guest, Leon Filewood. Got it right this time, brother. He's a 40-year-old Thursday Islander fella based in Brisbane. Also the winner of the 2018 Deadly Funny.
Yeah.
Yep. How are you, brother?
Yeah, good brother. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad. Now, who's your mob?
My mob on my mother's father's side is the Ugarangle, so the Stephen Island,
Yep,
and then on my father's mother's side, the Mualgal Italgal people from Mu Island in the Torres Strait,
yep.
and through my mom's mother, her mob were from Kukuyalanji and Kukumini. And her dad, my great great grandfather, through my mum's mother, was from Girumay. So that's all up in the bottom of the Cape, the Kukumini and Kukuyalanji, and then Girumay is like Cardwell area up in far north Queensland.
All right.
Mm.
You were another law student. Another law student gone into comedy.
Yep,
Uh, how did that eventuate?
because my legal career was a joke. No, it was no, I actually had a decent legal career. To be honest, I didn't do anything special or spectacular, but I counted as a win if I never got sued for negligence, and I never did. So it's a tick in that box for me. But I left law. Uh, it's been a varied path. I didn't go straight from law to comedy. I've done some other stuff in between. But it was just comedy was always something I wanted to do.
Yeah. So before Deadly Funny, had you had a go before?
No, not before Deadly Funny.
So that was first hit out. Another first go, first time winner.
Yes, yes.
How'd your family feel about it?
My mum
About
and dad, I rang
about you
them
going into
afterwards.
comedy?
Oh, going into comedy, yeah, they're happy for whatever I do. You know, Dad used to always say to me, mate, I don't care if you're back on the islands in the Torres Strait when I was a little fella, we didn't have septic toilets. We had the old thunder boxes, and council would come around with the shit truck, and there was a person that obviously drove and worked, and they would come around and empty a thunder box. So he used to say to me, I couldn't care less if you were the shit box guy. Like
Yeah,
that's it's a job. If you're happy doing it, then that's it. So my parents are pretty lax,
yeah.
but they're obviously supportive.
It's good to have good support. Yeah, we had them here too.
Wow. Here in
But
Kempsey.
yeah, Kempsey, Mid North Coast, New South Wales. You should drop in sometime.
No, I think it's a beautiful part of the world down there. You guys on the beach or is it inland
Yeah,
a bit?
beach is a small town surrounded by little beach towns. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Where was your heat?
Brisbane.
Oh, Brisbane heat.
Yep.
And you were living in Brisbane at the time?
I just moved back to Brisbane about a year before.
So from Brisbane on to Melbourne, wins Deadly Funny.
Well, I didn't win my heat. I didn't win the heat in Brisbane.
Are you a wild card?
Only Maggie Walsh won the heat.
Oh,
Only Maggie won, and there were two wildcards, myself and Kylan Ambram.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. Dude. Ooh, good stuff.
Luke, yeah.
So yeah, just to go show your wild cards win too, eh?
Yeah, well, apparently brother Kevin Kapinari was a wild card as well.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's a
Yeah.
legend. Jeez, he's good, eh?
He's amazing. His energy is no one can compete with that energy.
Oh, I don't know. Andy's got a lot of
Oh,
energy.
Andy's a lot of yes, yes, but they're different types. Like I find, I don't know, they're both as mad as one another, those two fellas. But yeah, no, they're high energy people for sure.
Yeah. And then you throw in Sean Chulbra,
Oh man,
and
the
you that
Godfather, the Godfather of Aboriginal
that's
comedy.
it. Yeah. I always laugh when I read that because I know he wrote it.
It's true though.
So have you done a lot of work since you won Daily Comedy? Did you become full-time professional?
Oh no, I'm not a full-time professional. Probably far from it. You know, if you look at the yardstick, it says it takes about 10 years actually to get to get there. You look at Sister. you know, people like brother Sean and Kevin and Andy, they've been doing it for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And Sister Steph Tisdale, so she's sort of closer to the 10 years than not. But
And
yeah,
even her, she was just on the brink of starting to be a full-time comic, and then
mm.
boom, stopped.
Well, I think she was already there, to be honest. In my personal opinion, like she was already
Oh yeah, me
like
too. Yeah, yeah.
she's made it, but it's just yeah, this whole virus has just upturned the whole industry, not just comedy, like the whole like it's just another way. It's just another anyway. But yeah, no, I don't consider myself. I barely consider myself a comic.
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like I'm still an apprentice myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So far from it, but I'd like to think that I'm sort of walking down that road.
That's a good way of putting it too. You're like, what? You'd be like third year apprentice, fourth year apprentice?
Yeah, going into third
Yeah.
year, yeah, 7 more
So,
to go.
you get a lot of gigs around Brisbane?
No, no,
Nope.
no, not really. I've recently all my gigs have been outside of Brisbane, but I've done every time I get an opportunity, I always pull Carlin into it. Obviously, he's a great comic, great energy, fun, just a funny lad, and Auntie Maggie Walsh. And the reason I do that is one, we've got to stick together and we've got to create opportunities. But
That's it, yeah.
this company works better in threes, I reckon, or at least two. Like, but I
Yeah, yeah,
reckon
yeah.
two, you know, because I've had gigs where I'm the only comic there, and the MC is not the MC is not revving the crowd up and picking the energy up, and you walk up on stage, and the energy is low, and you just get smashed. Like you just it's better if there's threes. There's a good MC and three comics at least. That's a good night.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. At least three.
Mm.
What's the weirdest place you've played?
I don't know. Where's the weirdest place?
Or worst? Or no, don't say the worst because you might have to go back there one
Yeah,
day.
true. Oh, mate,
Don't mention the place, just describe the room.
I've had. Okay, this has been one of my nightmares, and happened earlier on. I'm actually grateful for this experience. I don't look back on it in a bad way, but I just know it was painful, and I wish someone had a shotgun and could just put me out of my misery. But we had to do, Brother Carlin and myself, we had to do a set at a dinner, and it wasn't a very big audience or crowd. There must have been about maybe 200, 150 to 200 people, like enough people to make a dick out of yourself. And the MC considered himself a bit of a comedian, but he wasn't really. He was alright. But long story short, he's like, and up next we have these comedians. Let's hope they're funny. Give them a round of applause. You walk straight into a soccer punch. And the other thing, the timing of it was a buffet dinner. So he says to everybody, we will start the buffet now. Please make your way to the buffet area. Then he gives us that shit introduction, and then we're doing comedy to a room that's moving
and eating
and so people like the people that are laughing are maybe the people right in front of the stage. The rest of the audience can't really hear the jokes because there's so much noise and people moving chairs, talking, chattering as they walk to the buffet. And you're just smiling and dying inside, going, "Fuck, oh, shoot me now!" And then, and he just, the MC just didn't leave it there. After we sat down, he goes, I reckon I should have won that competition."
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, "Fuck you, man!" I was so pissed. But that was actually a really good experience for me, so I'm grateful.
Well, every experience you learn from. You wouldn't get much hecklers, would you?
No, I haven't really. No, and see, that's the thing too. Like with comedy, the more the more you appreciate it, is that these things, even your bad performances, they become teachable moments. You learn something from it. And hecklers, I don't want hecklers, but if they come, I just know that that's part of the game. Like that's part of the development.
Yeah.
I haven't had an heckler properly yet. There's one guy that walked in. There's a place I like to go called Magic Mike, which is down at West End at the Milk Factory. Small room, run by some great guys, and they always give. They've got a few curated spots, and then the rest is open mic. And that's actually where I went to cut my teeth, and I still go there when I can. And I remember this one time I got on, and I was standing outside going over my jokes, the logical flow of my jokes, and I see this, and it's right in the corner. It's the pub right in the corner in West End, and this, I don't know if he was on drugs or something, but he's wearing volleys. He's got shorts on, didn't have a shirt on, had a shaved side mullet, and he's bouncing. And he looks high as anything. And I'm myself, don't come in here, don't come in here. And he walks up and walks into the comedy space where we do comedy. And I thought, fuck, this guy is high. He's just gonna rip into everybody. I started to panic. And so anyway, I got up there. And I was just waiting. He's sitting right in the front, like literally, I could put my hand out and touch his nose, like he was so close to the stage. And I told a joke, and one of the jokes, I won't spoil the joke, but part of the joke of the setup is like, I don't like meeting new black fellas. Like I don't like going places where I'll meet black fellas. That's part of the setup. Obviously, that's not the punch.
Yeah.
And the only thing he said was like, why don't you want that job? Why don't you want to meet black fellas? And but I end up using the energy. I end up actually working that into my joke, and it actually made my joke, the setup, better.
Yeah.
That is the closest I've been to a like legitimate person that I don't know being heckled by. At the end of the set, it was only a 5-minute set, but at the end of the set, it was funny because then he looked at me and goes, "Oh, that was really good, brother. You know, that was good. Thank you." And I was like, "Fuck!" I thought this guy was going to smash me, but anyway. So that's the closest I've been.
You got a regular job?
Yeah, I work in local government.
All right, so you're essential?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, I'm definitely essential.
So I've caught you on your day off.
Yeah, day off today. What's today? Easter Monday.
Easter Monday. Yeah, thanks for your time too. If you're watching this and you can hear kids playing in the background, it's actually kids, my next door neighbour's kids, not Leon's kids. I've got to apologise too, because last time, no, not even last time, the time before that, Leon asked me if I could announce him. And I've never announced before. I was, yeah, I'll have a go. It was only halfway through saying his name that I realised I'd never said his surname out loud before. And I introduced him as Leon Filewood. And that just goes to show what professional you are. You walk out on stage, get announced with the wrong name, and just hook straight in.
It's got to keep rolling, man.
Who's your favourite comedian?
Mate, I'd have to say Dave Chappelle.
Another Dave Chappelle.
In America, Dave Chappelle in America. Obviously, I love all our mob, Sean, Kevin, Andy, and Steph, and Shirley, and all the rest of it. And I don't feel obliged to say that. I love the comedy. They're the people that I look up to. But I think on the Australian scene, I think it's sort of it's a no-brainer for me. Carl Barron, Carl Barron is just amazing. I don't know. He's very obviously observational humour, but just cracked. And I can relate a lot to him in the sense of I'm not trying to put myself in the same category as him. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. How I relate is like, people think because you're a comedian, you got to be funny like all the time, like you're gonna be funny, and I'm not. Like when I'm just living my life, And I've seen him around, and he's a mellow, shy guy. He's very timid.
Yeah.
And to look at him, he looks funny, but he's very quiet, and I relate to that. Where off stage is one way, and on stage is another.
What are your hopes for the future?
Mate, after this blows over, just sort of pick up where we left off. You know what I mean? Like just keep on drilling. Looking for opportunities to gig, and So I'm enjoying life. I've got no mad ambition to be trying to kill myself every day to get somewhere. Well,
you're young enough.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that I am
Some of us are in
40.
a hurry. We need to retire soon,
Well, that's fair enough. Fair enough. But that's the beauty about it. Like the beauty with comedy is nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels like, for me, feels like I have to do this, I have to do that. I just need to make sure, and this is, because Steph Tisdale is, one of my main mentors, and for all of us, really, like, she invests a lot of time into us up and coming comedians, and her constructive criticism of me is that I need to get up and smash some more open mics.
Yeah.
And that's the way you just get to get stage time.
Yeah.
But it is nerve wracking for those they're listening to this that haven't done comedy. Even when you're doing a small gig and there's 10 people in the audience, I often find being a small room, an open mic, 10 people, is more intimidating than being on a massive stage like the Forum in Melbourne in front of 500 people. I
Yeah.
don't know. What do you feel?
Yeah. I like the forum. I thought that was
Oh,
great.
what I mean, like, it's hard to do a small room. Like, you told me the story about you,
Yeah,
two
yeah,
chicks,
yeah.
both your ex, and a fucking chicken running around. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
this is gold. This
There's,
is a great story, by the
there
way.
was three people in the audience, and two of them were my exes, and the one sitting in the middle, I was just, as long as either one of them two left, it was okay. But if that one in the middle left, I was going to go jump in the river. And yeah, there were chickens on the stage. There's chickens walking around the stage.
See, I would say that gig would be tougher than the gig that you did the Forum in time. For
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I got a laugh.
Lucky.
Just talked about my love life. They got it. All right. Now, don't hang up on me yet. Now, before I ask you the last question, I always give you guys the last word. Please, if you can, hit that subscribe button. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can get paid. If I can get paid, I can pass half of it along on to my guest. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Stay safe. Share your blessings. Leon Filewood, you're always a pleasure. Can't wait till the snap becomes the blip and we get to see you again, get to see each other again for reals. He's really is a lovely, lovely fella in real life. Mate, what's your favourite joke of all time? Whether it's something you've heard or one of your own?
A joke that I don't know, it's my go-to joke. I love it. I taught my son to say it when he was like 2 years old, often to adults in the legal profession, which they would always feel very awkward.
Yeah.
4-year-old kids. The joke goes, "What did the elephant say to the naked man?
I don't
How do
know.
you
What?
breathe through that thing?
Sorry? How do you breathe
How
through
do you
that
breathe
thing?
through that thing?" Man, I used to make my son tell that to the lawyers, and they're all very conservative people. It's hilarious to watch them cringe.
All right, brother. It's always lovely to catch up. I'll have to
Likewise,
talk. We'll have
thanks.
to have a chat again soon,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
mate. Look after yourself. Love you, mate. Bye.
Love you, brother. Bye.